What's up, man? This is the Carmi, right?
Yeah.
Well, cool. You mind if I come in? Can I come in?
Not in this thing, man.
This?
Yeah.
I can't bring this. I'm just looking at the cars. Can I get like my M3?
Right.
I got you. What's up? So I'm about to come back in something way better. He thought I was gonna pull up in the M3. I'm pulling up in something crazier. I was just trying to be humble.
Listen up.
You're not going to notice racism until you start doing better than white people. Like, you're not going to notice it. A lot of them are not going to say nothing to you. A lot of them can tolerate black people now. Like, that's one thing that I've noticed. A lot of, like, they can tolerate black people just as long as you're in a position that's not, like, making them feel uncomfortable. Like, if you're like in a lower position, you have less money, you have less status or less education,
Right.
then they feel very comfortable with you. They're not going to say nothing to you. They're not even going to bother with you. Like, by I mean tolerate is like, they can be cordial with you. They can say hello, greet you.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them might even be friends with you. But that's on the condition that you are not doing better than me at all. Like, I don't want you having more money than me. And if you do, they're going to become friends with you and then try to get as much information about you to like sabotage your life in some way or some fashion. That's one thing that I've noticed. And it's not just white people. This thing is like with Hispanics,
Right.
Asians. Is the world has this like, this particular outlook on how black people should be and where we belong in this social hierarchy and social realm.
Knock on the door. It's my neighbor. She thought I was the help when I first moved into a predominantly white neighborhood.
Wow.
Just as recent as a week ago, I arrived to my second office where my name is on the desk. There's someone sitting at my desk. I say, hey, I'm such and such. Do you want to switch? Because the desk next to mine was empty. He says, oh, such and such told me to sit here. I said, yeah, I'm aware, but I'm such and such, pointing to my nameplate. Do you want to switch? And pointed to the empty desk next to me. He says, yeah, but such and such told me to sit here. Another gentleman had to say, hey, bro, she's not asking you to move. She's telling you to move, but she's doing it politely. White man sitting at my desk. White man had to tell this man to move. The person that first knocked at my door when I purchased my home was a white woman. We are tired.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine this being your life every single day.
Every day,
and
all
even
day.
the most minor things. You can be standing in the store standing in line at the store.
Yep.
And they act like they don't see you. Oh, are you standing? Are you in line? What do you think? I'm just standing here? We're tired. And imagine this being your life
Every day.
single day. Imagine having to train your children
Every
on how to
day.
engage and interact just because of the color of their skin.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine your heart sinking when you get home and your black son is sitting outside at the bottom of the steps leading up to the front door of your home because he locked himself out in a predominantly white neighborhood right after Trayvon Martin. He has his hood on his head. You don't know what that feels like.
Mm-hmm.
We're tired. We're tired of working twice as hard to be just as good. We're tired of...
Yep.
We're tired. We're tired. We're tired.
I was just in Marshall's the other day to pick up me a pack of socks, right? I love socks. And as I'm in line, like literally, this is like 11 o'clock in the morning, so it's not too many people there. And I'm in line, and I just got my pack of socks. I had 2 packs of socks. Packs of socks in my hand. And I'm waiting for, the lady, to push the bell for you to walk up. Y'all know how Marshalls work, the line. And this older white woman come up behind me. There's nobody else in the line. It's not a long line. She just got there, right? So she gets right behind me. And when I say right behind me, had I took a step backwards, I would have hit the cart. Like, that's how close she was. There's nobody else in the line. So I see it, and I take a step forward. All right, I don't like people that close up on me anyway, but I'm uncomfortable, so I take a step forward. You know what she do? She moved the cart right behind me again. So I turned around and I looked at her. She's like, hi. I didn't even say nothing. Turned back around, took another step forward. You know what she did? Moved the cart forward. So I then turned around and I said, excuse me. She was like, what? I'm like, why do you keep moving the cart right up on me? Oh, I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention. How you wasn't paying it? You were paying attention enough to move it up enough to not touch me. Okay.
I got out the SEAL teams. I was so mad that if I hadn't got out the SEAL teams, I would have plugged somebody, right?
Yeah.
Like, it would have been.
You didn't like being a SEAL or what? That was like my
No.
childhood dream.
Listen, being a SEAL was the best job in the world, Nick.
Right?
But having 58 N negative things happen with the N word and Like that, they would hang. Nick, did you ever have a doll hung in your locker from a noose?
Bro, that's crazy.
I had the whole noose thing when I went to sniper section. Yeah.
Okay.
I had the whole noose.
And they're talking about it like it's a normal thing. Do we understand how sick this is, bro? To have to experience this kind of stuff on a daily? These are professions where we're on the same team. If he's in the military, you're on the same team. But you're being racist toward your team members. Bro.
You saw news?
Yeah, I've seen the news. Yeah.
Did they ever fill your cage up with horse shit?
No.
I will pay everybody in there.
Did they
nope.
super glue your radio to country?
No.
Okay. So like, but
these
like,
things are funny, Jake. I'm laughing with you.
I'm with you, right? Like, but the shit get old after a while, right? Like, yeah. Like I sent 4 dudes to the dentist when I was a SEAL teammate. Okay. And like, I mean, I tell everybody, this is the worst one. Like, I'm walking down the hall. Our hallways were a little narrow. Some E5 just like almost like body blowed me and was like, "Get out of my way, N."
Yeah, see,
I'd
have
like,
whooped him.
Clearly, you want to go outside. He was like, "That's exactly what I want." And because
you're
I
an
was
officer.
whooping it, yeah, 03.
Went out there and wore his behind out too.
Yeah. And so I took him outside, took the teeth out his mouth.
See,
good job.
And then next thing you know, Master Chief talking to me, XO talking to me, Jake, why are you beating these people up? I said, listen, man, if you can't control these people, I'm gonna continue to pound on these motherfuckers. And so far, I ain't lost. So until someone come in, this motherfucker can beat me, you open your mouth, I'm taking teeth out your mouth.
Y'all don't know what it's like to be hyper aware of your surroundings because of the way supremacy has shaped how we have to conduct ourselves in America. Now, you're gonna get weirdos that say, oh, well, it's because, listen, bro, I don't argue with ignorant people no more. I'm done arguing with dumb, ignorant people. I'm not finna lose brain cells arguing with your dumb behind. I'm not doing it. Y'all don't have to experience this. Y'all do not go through this. Y'all don't. It doesn't happen in the other way, right? Now, I did everything in my power to give that woman space in the store. Everything in my power. It's not a long line. She just got there. It's not a rush. There's 3 cashiers. I'm up next. She's right behind me. She just got there 10 seconds ago. Right? Now, had I turned around and addressed her how I really wanted to, you would have been trying to paint me as the aggressor. You see what I'm saying? Like y'all put people in a lose-lose situation. Oh, well, you know, it's not that, it is that serious. Some of us have been through things where we don't like people up on us like that. You know what I'm saying? Some of us have seen things that a lot of you say suburban keyboard warriors have never seen in real life. I done been to a lot of funerals, bro. A lot. So excuse me if I like my personal space in public. Excuse me if you can't play around with me how you play around with your white friends. I'm not them. You got to play with something safe. I'm not safe. I'm not something safe to play with. For this man to be in the army, and like I said, one of my best friends, I would say one of my good friends, not my best friend anymore. We just, kind of lost contact. One of my best friends was a Marine, right? And at the time, I was looking to join the service. And I think I was going into the Navy. Bro, I'm telling you, the way fate happens, my 4s look like 9s. So the whole time they were trying to call me, and I had a prepaid phone back then. They were pressing 9 instead of. So I ended up seeing the same recruiter in college, and he was like, yeah, we thought this was da-da-da. I called this number like 10 times. I'm like, yo, that's a 4. So whatever. He specifically told me, do not join the Marines. I'm like, bro, shit, I want to do what you doing. You know what I'm saying? I see you over there. You got to lead the country. He ended up going to Iraq. He ended up doing combat in Iraq. I don't know for how many years. Don't go trying to, service member correct me. I don't know all that statistical, logistical shit. But he ended up doing time there, and then he came back and he was stationed over in like San Diego, I think. He was stationed over in San Diego for like 5 years or something like that. So, and I was telling him like, bro, I'm thinking about after I get my 2 year, I'm gonna go and join the service. He like, whatever you do, don't join the Army or the Marines. You might be, better off going with the Navy. I don't know why. But he said that was the better option to go. I'm like, wow. He was like, bro, I deal with so much racism. He said, I done got into about 10 fights in like my first 2 years because people think they can be racist, and they always try to write it off as a joke. Like they're always just messing with us, right? But they don't do that to each other. They don't mess with each other racially and do racial and say racial shit. It's only the black people because they know it's more than them than us, right? And then we get reprimanded when we respond. I'm like, okay, well, so I'm just saying, like, besides from this clip here, from this guy telling you his experience about how he's gotten into confrontation, this is all literally because you can't leave people alone. Why do we have to shrink ourselves in order to exist within the realm of your presence? We have the same presence. Why do we have to shrink? So what in that situation was I to do? If I'm uncomfortable in the store and I was in the line first and I make space for this woman, but she still gets right up behind me, what am I supposed to do? I'm a 5'10", 233-pound, muscular black man with dreadlocks. Right? There's nothing but white women in the store. I think, oh, sorry. The cashier, she looked like she was maybe mixed. So when I got to the line, because she could see my facial expression, when I got to the cash register, she kind of gave me that look like, psst, I'm trying to tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like, we know, black folks, we know, you give us certain, we can read each other's mind. We can't really explain it, and I'm not going to because I ain't giving up game. But she kind of gave me that look like, man, I'm trying to, man, these piece of work. You know, what was I supposed to do? How was I supposed to navigate that situation? Right? And then when you get back to the first two clips here, right? The first clip is, and the reason I put that there is because he clearly shows up in the Tesla. I'm pretty sure he probably has a 100K model, right? He shows up for a car show, right? And you can clearly see the guy was he was welcoming, but he was also very judgy of what the guy was driving. Maybe they have a protocol on what kind of cars you can bring in there. They're going to be a luxury car or whatever. But he was very giving with that because he knew he was below everything else coming in. He's not a threat, right? But then when he leaves and he comes back, he said in his M3, whole facial expression changed because he refused to shrink himself. He didn't even, he just assumed that he was below where he should be. He's below him, so he's fine. And I've noticed, right? I've noticed a lot of non-black people act this way. They're only okay with the friendship if they are slightly better financially or way well off. Way well off. I just had to talk to my son about this shit the other day. I'm like, bro, how's dude your best friend? And he won't come up. I don't invite him over to the house mad times. We don't even live in the hood. Nice house. Out the way, safe. You know, they both go to a private school. That's where we met him. My son actually tutored him. My son is the black kid. He's Asian and white. My son actually tutored him and helped him out. That's how they became friends. Can't come over our house. You can't da. You know, he ain't saying that, but oh, well, my mom said we can just meet at the mall. But they keep inviting mines over to his. Nah, you're not going over there because they act like he too good to come over here. Right? Just refuse to say, okay, well, what is that? What I don't, black people, listen, bro, we're not competitive when it comes to finance. You know, we like to take care of ourselves and that's it. We don't do that to try to one up a white person. That's weird as shit. We just want to take care of ourselves and our family. But for some reason, when it comes to us, everybody's intimidated. Why are you intimidated? Because I surpassed your expectation or the narrative, which is more than normal. Most black people have money. Most black people have good careers, are high earners. I'm really thinking back on it, bro. And I'm not talking about like a casual friendship. I'm talking about a friendship where, you know, you guys go over each other's houses and this and that and the third, blah, 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 blah. I've never seen where the black person is the, you know, the higher earner and there's a white person that make less and they're okay with it. I've never seen it. I've never seen it, bro. Point I'm trying to make and drive home with this video is not really, it's not necessarily the racism thing. I'm talking about the shrinking of us and how tired we are. We're tired of shrinking ourselves. I used to, you know, we grew up in a school system where they taught you to walk on the right side of the hallway, right? You're taught to line up on the right side of the hallway, right? So I'm walking through the grocery aisle. I don't even move no more. I used to move out the way, say excuse me. Y'all don't say excuse me. White folks don't say excuse me. Maybe one or two. Like, if I go a whole day, like shopping full, you know, past thousands of people, maybe two of you say excuse me. When you be dead in the way, we'll reach right across your face in the grocery store. Right? So I don't even move out the way anymore. I used to move, excuse me. Now you're making it seem like I'm just in your way. So now I'm going to walk on the right-hand side. And if you are coming down the wrong way and you're on the right-hand side, you bump into me, you got a problem on your hands. You feel me? I refuse. Excuse me. Pardon me. Excuse me. My bad. No, I'm not doing that. I don't have to move around you. Especially when I'm following the order in which we were, you know, taught. We were taught in the American school system to walk on the right-hand side, going up and coming down, right? So you're going to pretend like you don't see all 5'10", 233 pounds of broad shoulder and muscle. That's what you're going to pretend you don't see? Okay, fine. So when you bump into me and you lose all your stuff in your hand, don't wonder why. You know, it took for this woman to actually have to, and she said it so nicely. Hold on.
such. Do you want to switch because the desk next to mine?
She had to re-emphasize this shit twice. And for another white guy to pick up on it and say, yo, she wants you to move, dog. We gotta do all that? Y'all don't have to do that, bro. I'm telling you, bro, going forward, we're not shrinking ourselves. We're not. I don't know why people are buying into this rhetoric where we're supposed to be less than. We've been through the greatest tragedy in human existence, bro. We're not going anywhere. And we're getting stronger. This ain't an anti-white video. I'm just talking about the culture, you know, the culture in which how people conduct themselves and think that the black community is supposed to navigate beneath their radar or their comfort zone. We're not doing that shit no more. We're not doing it. All right. And it's not everybody. I'm gonna keep saying it. It's not everybody. But y'all don't speak up enough for the people that do it. You don't. Ayo, Bassel TV. I'm gonna see y'all in the next one, man. Peace.